Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery here, and I want to welcome you back to another episode for Just My Opinion. And this episode is my review, my reaction, my recap for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 5, which y'all know is debuting on Disney Plus. And let you know, guys, this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this thing up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back. You have been warned. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got another great episode with episode 5 titled Truth. And I like that title. I don't think I like it as much as The World Is Watching because that was just so hands-on. But I do like this title here, and I do like the episode. To be honest with you, it is I don't like it as much, or I don't love it as much as the last episode, but it was still good. I mean, the last episode, so much was happening with the action, and of course the way that the episode ended with John Walker, the new Walmart Captain America, killing Nico, and everybody's like wondering, like, oh my gosh, y'all are ending like this. How the hell are y'all going to pick up on this next episode? It's episode 5, titled Truth. And so, again, I did like the episode, but it just wasn't as exciting as episode 4, but it was still a great episode, just kind of like wrapping things up. However, I am slightly disappointed, okay, because Malcolm Spellman, the writer for this show, stated that we're going to get some big cameo in episode 5, and he said that it's going to be somebody that we've never seen before, and that he hopes that this person, he would love to see this person working with Thor someday. And so there was no cameo like that at all in this episode. And so I'm kind of like, what the hell is going on? So that really, because I was looking forward to it like the whole episode. There was a number of things that I was looking forward to in this episode. And a lot of them happened, which I'm going to be talking about in a second. We also got another reveal of a character that I think is pretty blatantly obvious now. We'll talk about that in a second. But I am kind of bummed out that we didn't get some giant cameo that he promised, saying that, you know, he wanted them to team up with Thor. However, guys, we did get a mid-credit scene with a certain character, but we're going to be talking about that as well. So let me just go ahead and start from the beginning. I've only seen this one time, and so I'm just going straight off the dome. But as we know, Captain America, the last episode ended with him and the Bloody Shield, and this one right here picks up with him on the run, with him actually looking remorseful, like, oh crap, what the hell did I do? I just screwed up. I'm a new Captain America, and I just murdered an innocent man. You see, he's still kind of raging out, and I liked that he's nervous. And at first I was like, it was a little jarring. You know, I kind of wanted to see the aftermath of like everybody reacting, like with their phones, like, oh my God, did y'all see that? Oh my God, you know, yada, yada, yada. I kind of wanted to see a more crowd reaction, but we didn't get to see that. We just get to see him running away. So that's cool. I guess that's like a little knock, but that I wanted to see. But man, this, you know, we saw this in the trailer, and they go in there and they fight, and it's like, look, Sam's like, I don't want nobody else to get hurt. Give me the shield. And I'm just like, now I gotta go back and watch it again, because in the trailer, I think he said something like, we could have been a great team, and I don't know if I remember him saying that actually in the episode. I mean, I could just, my memory could be off, but I'm surprised, because I was going to this, I was like, okay, I can believe that, like, I don't think that John Walker could beat Sam on a one-on-one fight, like if he didn't have the super soldier serum. Kind of like in episode 4 when he was like, Sam, you want me to put the shield down and make it even? I'm kind of fanboying out right now, you know, but a lot of y'all may differ, but I was always rooting for Sam. Now, clearly that John Walker has the super soldier serum. If it's a one-on-one fight with Sam and John Walker is going to take that. I have no problem with that. He has a super soldier serum. It is what it is. Now, as far as Bucky and John Walker, that's a toss-up. Of course, I'm going to go with Bucky because I like Bucky more. I don't like John Walker. Bucky also has more experience, and he has the metal vibranium arm. So it's a toss-up, but at the same time, I think that on a one-on-one fight, since both of them have a variation of the super soldier serum, that Bucky will win. But again, I'm just kind of fanboying out. But I was going into this, I was like, there's no way in hell that John Walker is going to be able to beat up the Falcon and Sam together. No. And if he does, if he just washes them, I'm going to be pissed off. Now, he didn't win, he lost, but he still did a bit more damage. And I thought, I'm like, damn, why is he giving these guys such a hard time? You know what I'm saying? Maybe getting a few licks, but you know, he was about to kill both of them. and I was just like, shit, now I do like that every time we're seeing Sam fight with his wings, we're getting a new variation of combo and choreography of things that he can do. He uses it like, you would think that if it has a wing thruster on his back, that you can only really use that when you're trying to, elevate and fly and stuff like that. But the way he uses it in like a hand-to-hand, fight, I think is dope. He's twirling around, doing leg sweeps, using the wings to hit people and to sweep them as well. I forgot that he had the little cable thing, and so I like that. It also kind of makes sense that John Walker was able to kind of scorpion, get over here, and pull him back down, and that was dope. I like how Bucky swung around, did a back fist, and broke the steel embankment, the collar, the pillar. I was like, shit, that's pretty powerful. But John Walker, he's roared it out. Now, John Walker was more angry than Winter Soldier and Sam in this fight, than Bucky in this fight. And so, I think he just had a bit more adrenaline. And there was also just been speculation that the Super Soldier Serum has been perfected. Or, because I think that's what Nagel said, talking about, you don't need some big giant machine with Vita rays, or it doesn't, soup your body up as far as overly muscular and things like that. But I am accepting the battle of how it turned out with John Walker. They broke his arm, that was cool. I liked that he lost. And when Bucky walked away and they had the shield down, he threw Sam the shield. Like, this is yours, man. Don't retire it again. And he actually used that line of dialogue later on in the episode. I was thinking, I'm like, Sam, grab the shield and get the hell out of there, man, okay? Your wings are broke, and that's interesting. John Walker broke his wings, man. This dude was strong as hell. So he has a Super Soldier Serum plus an enhancement. But I was thinking, like, Sam, get up, man. John Walker gonna wake up and knock you in the back of the head. And, that didn't happen. He was looking at the shield, kind of distraught, trying to wipe off the blood, and then he ends up taking it out of there. Now, I like that they wrapped up a lot of stuff. I was like, okay, John is done. He's out of there. He's no longer going to be Captain America. And a lot of my subscribers and you guys in the comments, and thank you so much. I love reading all your comments. I see them all. Saying that, like, no, but I think you're wrong, man. America is going to, come up with some way to excuse this. And, a lot of y'all started convincing me. And I was like, well, you're probably right. He did kill, even though it was cold-blooded, he did kill a terrorist that he was under the impression was blowing up innocent people in the building, and he did just witness them murder his friend. It was still wrong, but a lot of you guys convinced me, and I'm like, maybe he will get away from it, because we saw get away with it. Excuse me, because we saw in the trailer in the material that he still had the shield, and I know myself, I was just kind of wondering, like, okay, how did he get the shield back? I guess that he beat Sam and Bucky, but and took the shield, but we see where the shield comes from in the mid-credit scene. But he gets ripped of all of his badges, all of his honor, all of his credentials, and I got to give it to John Walker. What his name? White Russell. The dude, I hated his character, but I got to say, he does a better job each and every episode. His acting was phenomenal in this episode. When he was at the stand, getting upset, I am Captain America, you guys built me, I did what you asked me to do. That was a hell of a good performance, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to give credit where credit is due there. You blew me away with this episode as far as the acting is concerned. And and also we found out that actually that black woman or mixed woman that is his wife. I couldn't tell from episode 2 of the Star Spangled Man if they were just friends or something like that, because they didn't really hug each other or kiss each other. With them being together, they kind of did this little friendship kiss thing, but apparently that's his woman, that's his wife, or I'm assuming so. Now this is also weird. Who was the lady that showed up with the black and white card? Now I thought I recognized her as far as like the actress is concerned. But it's escaping me right now. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay, okay, Billy, it was right there in the face. Is this the person that showed up in this episode right here? That went over, was talking to John Walker and his wife and gave her the card and talking about, I would have did the same thing too. I know about the Super Soldier Serum and all that. You took it. I know you don't have the shield. Is this who that is? And if I'm wrong, let me know. I guess I can look. I don't see her. Okay, I guess it's not her because she's not in the credits or whatever, but I thought this was her. when I first saw it. So apparently I'm wrong, but I'm sorry for sending y'all down that long journey. But who is she? Is she the power broker? Because at one point I'm like, okay, what's her name? Not Sarah. Sarah is Sam's sister. Sharon Carter. Yeah, Sharon Carter. Or I'm getting everybody mixed up. Is Sharon Carter the grandmother or the granddaughter? Don't downgrade my video, guys. But hold on, is Sharon Carter the granddaughter? Okay, for some reason I don't want to put her in this episode either. But oh well. But one of the Carters. I was like, okay, clearly she's the power broker. She's working with Backdrop. You can Backdrop the Leaper. You can hear her talking on the phone and stuff like that. But who is the lady that sat down with John Walker and his wife and gave the black and white cards and knew about the shield and also knew about the super soldier serum? We have to figure that out. Now, right after this, we also get Bucky going over to Sokovia and wrapping up Zemo. I like that. I like that the Dora Milaje showed up right after that. I like how they wrapped all that up. I'm like, okay, they're tying in all these loose ends, following up in the previous episode. I like the pacing of this. It's cool. He also asked, hey, can you give me a favor? And I'm assuming that they made Sam some even stronger wings, some stronger vibranium wings. We see at the end of the episode, he opens it up. I wonder if it's gonna have the Captain America colors on it, the red, white, and blue, Captain America colors. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I wonder if that's going to be on the wings or the shield. Well, not the shield, but the wings or his suit. I doubt it. I don't think that Wakanda is checking for America like that. Just like, hey, red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? But I like that when, he dropped it off, and at the end we found out that he has to do fingerprints. Now, to open it up. The only thing, I have to say this, this episode for me had the same problems that episode 1 had, as far as the pacing is slowing down, because I did enjoy episode 1, but it did slow down for me a bit when he was meeting up with his sister Sarah in Louisiana. Same exact thing with this episode right here. I think it was important, the lines of dialogue and all that good stuff for the story. I like the relationship that he has with Sarah and how their relationship is kind of growing and they're trusting each other and really trying to band together for this boat. I mean, I like seeing where Sam comes from, but for some reason, I'm just kind of saying to myself, I feel like they spent just a little bit too much time here on the boat scene. I wish that, I don't know. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, but I guess I was just such on a high adrenaline rush from previous episode that I want so much to happen. And this episode right here was just kind of like calming things down, and so, I don't know. I mean, if I had a gripe, that would be my only gripe right there. Now, of course, let's go over to the Flag Smashers with Carla. She's fed up. We see that there's 5 of them. Now, I know at the very beginning of the show, they had 8. So in one episode, one of them sacrificed themselves by getting hit with a barrage of bullets, which was stupid. And then we also know that Nico died. In this last one. Where was the other one at? I don't remember. Did they die too or off screen? If y'all can help me remember that, I would appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and talk about this right here. I really wanted this to happen. Sam going over to meet Isaiah Bradley again. I was like, yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And I could not wait for this line of dialogue. Now, it was good. It could have hit a little bit harder for me, just as far as some of the stuff that they talked about. And I was under the impression that, Isaiah was going to be like, hey, man, you better take up that shield. Don't let nobody say that, you don't deserve it. We built this country and, yada, yada, yada. But he was just like, no, even they not going to. I like the fact that he was like, they're not going to let a black man be Captain America. And even if they did, no self-respecting black man would want to be Captain America. I love this scene right here. It could have been, I hope we see Isaiah Bradley again. I do. I just wanted so much. I mean, they gave us enough. I like that he said 500 years instead of 400 years, because for the longest we've been shouting out 1619, but it's really 1524 or 1526. But that's another topic for another video. But I liked everything right here. He even said, hey, leave it. He's like, is that what I think it is? Isaiah not dumb. He watches the news and all that. Is that what I think it is? No, leave it shielded. I don't want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? That red, white, and blue don't mean nothing to me, and that's dope. I like that. It's the same thing that Sarah was saying in episode 4. Like, this country don't care about me and my people in my world, so why would I care about his mascot? And so Isaiah is speaking the same sentiments, like, look, I done went there and back. I'm as big of a Captain America as Captain Steve Rogers. I was treated like crap, but I'm glad that one of the nurses made a false report and made him dead. So I'm thinking that the government right now still thinks that he's dead. That's maybe, I don't know. But he was like, man, I like that they're talking about history and legacy and saying that it can't be erased and they're erasing us. And I feel like that right now. I feel like and one of the reasons I get upset when foreigners are casted in Black American roles, not any role, just Black American icon roles. I feel like they're trying to erase our history, and quell us. And so for me to hear that in this show, I'm just like, oh, hell yeah. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all of that. So it was a dope scene. It was. I hope we see Isaiah Bradley again. I thought he would try to talk him into taking on the mantle or taking on the name or, taking the shield and all that. But, that didn't happen. But we're cool there. Also, we got to talk about our skip forward too fast. Earlier in the episode, when we were seeing Sam talk to Torres, he was like, he knows what he's doing, the engineer, all that, whatever. He's like, how did these break? It should have been this, it should have been that. And Sam was just like, man, I'm tired, leave me alone. I feel like answering that. And he was like, hey, you left your wings, keep them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in the comics that Torres does become a version of the Falcon himself. And so I just kind of like that foreshadowing right there. I think that's pretty cool too. Now, what is also pretty cool here is, of course, Sam gets the shield and he's practicing with Bucky and they're throwing it around and doing this and doing that. And at first I'm just like, man, he is really just flinging that shield around like it's like a Frisbee. Why is this? And I think it just comes back. That's just the technology of vibranium. Just going to come back with the same amount of energy that you throw at it. So if you throw it soft, it'll come back soft. But later on, I love the training montage of him throwing it and him struggling trying to catch it. That I like that. I don't want it just to be easy peasy for him. I want him to try to struggle a little bit. So him running, doing push-ups, flipping and stuff. Some of it was in slow-mo. That was dope. I liked all of that right there. That was cold as hell. That was real cool. I liked that a ton. So I got to give them, a thumbs up right there as well. I was also kind of laughing when Bucky started flirting with Sarah, Sam's sister. He was like, hi, I'm Sam. No, hi, I'm Bucky. Oh, hi, I'm Sarah. And she kind of smiles and walked away. Sam looking back like, what the hell? I don't want none of this. And then later on, he's like, look, don't be trying to flirt with my sister, okay? I ain't having that. I also feel him there. I also think it's pretty cool that John Walker was able to go to Lamar's family to extend his condolences. So that's pretty cool right there. That kind of just shows that, he still, of course, has some humanity left in him. And apparently he is dead, because I was kind of thinking going in this episode too, like maybe he's not dead. Maybe he just knocked out. He's unconscious and, he wakes up in the hospital. And he sees the news like, oh man, this dude killed this dude for me and yada, yada, yada. But, of course that didn't happen. But I do like that he went to go extend his condolences to the family. So that was pretty cool right there too. But going back to the conversation of Sam and Bucky when they was at his house and training with the shield, I love that whole conversation right there. And Bucky just really just opening up to Sam more, just talking about how he feels lost, how he felt connected to the shield. That's the only thing he has left, and how hurt he was when he felt that Sam retired it, because he feels like that's a part of him. But Sam is coming through again, he's a counselor and he's helping Bucky, talking about that book, talking about, hey, there's some people in here, you're doing this to feel better for yourself, but you have to be in service. And so that's just more a foreshadowing for, like, I guess the final episode. We only got one left of him talking to the Japanese guy, Nakajima or Fukujima, I can't remember. And so they're going to have that conversation. I like how that's being circled back around. But I like this. I like the camaraderie and the brotherhood and the friendship that Bucky and Sam are displaying right here. And I don't know, it makes me happy and, excited for more. So that's cool too. Now, this is also very interesting how we're coming up to the end of the episode and we found out that Backdrop is now going to be teaming up with the Flag Smashers, with Carly. He says he doesn't care about their cause. He just wants to kill Sam. Now, how do y'all feel about the pings and stuff like that that Torres is able to put together later? They have all those people in New York or whatever, just ready to go, ready to fight, looking like normal people, but they ready, they about it. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like this new age Hydra or something like that, talking about one world, one people. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here? But now they're at the GRC. The Flag Smashers are trying to stop this vote. and they got people infiltrated in there, and it's going down, you know. So I'm assuming that the last episode, Sam and Bucky and John Walker are going to have to crash the GRC and save them, because apparently they're trying to blow up the building and not stop them from voting or something like that. So that's a good lead up to the conclusion right there. And then we see that Sam is opening up the Wakandan gift that he got, and I'm just wondering what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Is it a suit? Is it wings? Is it a combination of both? I cannot wait to see. And also, guys, in the mid-credit scene, we see that John Walker is making his own shield. So that makes sense, okay? He's making his own shield. He's putting it together. I bet the thing will be heavy as hell and not as easy to carry. But it's not vibranium, bro. It's not vibranium. So, yeah, what are you doing? I can't wait to see. Because when he throws it at Carly, she kicks the hell out of it in the trailers or whatever that we saw. And so we're just going to have to see. I cannot wait, man. We got to wait another 7 days. But again, I did like the episode. I did. I didn't love it as much as the previous episode. That's just because this was kind of wrapping up everything, tying up loose threads and preparing for the finale. Because there was just so much that happened in that previous episode, you know, in episode 4. Doesn't mean that this episode is bad. It's just that episode 4 was more exciting than this one. You know, I mean, they spent maybe just a little bit too much time on the, I don't know, just with the family and on the boat thing. But at the same time, it's important. So I guess that just falls into execution. And I even watched all the way in to see if there was an end credit scene, but I didn't see one. But I did enjoy it, you know. And so, guys, I also was able to talk to Malcolm Spellman and Anthony Mackie. So if you want to go ahead and watch that, you can. You can just click right here. Also, if you want to see my Amazon series review for them, which I thought was a shitstorm, you can click right here on the bottom left. And if you want to see my reaction to the Fast 9 trailer, you can click right here. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.